Hello, we are back for lesson number 11, I believe. Make that 12. Back for lesson number 12. Title today is Greediness is not generosity. Lesson theme: Elisha's servant was punished for taking money from Naaman. Our key verse: it is more blessed to give than to receive. You find part of that verse in the book of Acts chapter 20, verse 35. Lesson objective: learners will tell why I'm saying this name wrong, I guarantee it. Gehazi was punished for taking Naaman's money. There's some words that are hard for me to say correctly. Bible principle: greediness is never pleasing to God. Lesson application: I know God wants me to share. I will not be greedy. I will not be like greedy people. At least we should not be. To get to our paragraph, Gehazi's greediness. We're going to be looking at the book of 2 Kings chapter 5, verses 20 through 27. Naaman, captain of the Syrian army, had captured a young Israelite girl during a raid. When the captain's wife told the girl her master had leprosy, she suggested he go to the prophet Elisha for healing. When Naaman was healed, he offered gifts to the prophet. Elisha refused the presents, but his servant greedily wanted the gifts for himself. As a result of his greed and dishonesty, he was afflicted with Naaman's leprosy. Now we get to our devotional, the rich fool. Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Luke 12:20. Now we get to our new words. Greedy, to want everything for yourself instead of sharing with others. Leprosy, a skin disease that causes sores all over the body. Servant, a person who works for another. Honesty, telling the truth and refusing to take things that do not belong to you. Generous, giving and sharing. And not expecting anything back. Just giving and not receiving. Which gets us to our story time, which is our Bible lesson for today. Naaman was a captain in the Syrian army. He had captured a young girl from Israel in a raid. She was his wife's servant. When the girl from Israel heard her master had leprosy, she told his wife about Elisha. Elisha was God's prophet in Israel. She said Elisha could heal Naaman. Leprosy was a very bad disease, causing ugly sores all over the body. It was also contagious. When neighbors and friends knew a person had leprosy, they did not visit or invite him to their homes. Naaman decided to go to Elisha and see whether he could be healed of leprosy. At Elisha's house, Naaman was told to go and dip in the Jordan River 7 times. Sure enough, when the captain came out of the river the 7th time, his skin was healed. He was very happy and wanted to give Elisha gifts. To show his thanks, Elisha did not want the gifts. He said, "I cannot take your presents. It was my God who made you well." Naaman and his servants started home in their chariots. Elisha had a servant named Gehazi, I don't know, who heard Naaman offered gifts to the prophet. The person thought, "Elisha may not want those gifts, but I do." He ran after Naaman's chariot. Naaman stopped and asked if something was wrong with Elisha. The person said nothing was wrong, but 2 men had come to Elisha's house and needed money and clothes. The person said Elisha wanted the gifts for the 2 men. This was a lie. The person wanted the presents for himself. Naaman had his servants carry the gifts to the house of Gehazi and drove away in his chariot. First, the person hid the presents. Next, he went to Elisha. "Where did he go?" Elisha asked his servant. The person said, "He did not go anywhere." Elisha knew Gehazi was lying. He said to the person Gehazi would have leprosy for the rest of his life because he was greedy and dishonest. The selfish person, or selfish servant, was sorry about his bad decision. He probably wished he had been honest. So he was punished for doing the wrong thing because of his greed. Elisha was being generous. Well, the king, Naaman was being generous to Elisha, and Elisha said he didn't need the gifts because he wasn't one that healed. It was God, so he didn't want the gifts. And the other person was greedy, and he got punished for his greed, and he regretted it, but it was too late. But anyways, that's the end of our lesson. Hopefully you guys learned something new or got your minds refreshened, and hopefully you guys will come back again to watch another video. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.